250,000. That's the number of children that enter the foster care system every year.
Nearly 600 of those children are in our community and surrounding areas.
This Christmas, there's a way to help, and we need you. Fostering of Hope and Glimmer Radio are partnering together to organize this year's Christmas of Hope.
Christmas of Hope is a program that helps provide for local foster children and their families.
On average, a person spends over $900 on Christmas presents per year.
For just $50, Christmas of Hope provides a personalized gift for a child this holiday season.
Donations will be accepted through November 5th through 20th, so please help us reach our goal through what we call the 12 Days of Christmas.
Our goal as a school is to raise $5,000. That's just $50 per transitions class.
What you can give can make Christmas a possibility for those in foster care.
Because a little hope goes a long way.
Hello, seniors of JHS. If you have not picked your senior portrait, please do so now by going to shop.prestigeportraits.com. You will want to create an account. You will be asked to fill out some information, and then once you get done, you will just hit Create Account. You will come to a page where it asks you for your session ID and access code. You can find this in two places: your email and your proofs that were sent to you in the mail. Once you get your session ID and access code, you will plug it in, select My Proofs, and hit Continue. You want to hit My Proofs at the top, go to Your Portrait, hit Submit Your Portrait, and pick the one that you want.
Good morning, this is JHS Weekly. I'm Kendall Lewis.
And I'm Elissa Beasley.
FTC's annual blood drive, sponsored by all CNA classes, will be held Friday, December 7th in the Talon Room. Sign up on November 26th in the cafeteria at lunchtime. More information will be available shortly.
We have a special student who has been researching how social media can affect teenagers' health. Here's Abby Nielsen with more information.
A JHS student is wondering how social media can impact your mental health.
And I'm a part of the science research class here at Joplin High School. And basically, science research is a class led up by Mrs. Boyer, and it's basically a year-long science fair project. So my science fair project this year is evaluating social media withdrawal and its effects on anxiety and sleeping patterns in teens. So for my study, I need 100 participants between the ages of 16 and 18, and those participants will be asked to be in a 16-day trial or a 16-day study where I monitor their social media usage, and they take several inventories analyzing their anxiety and then sleep quality. So because I need 100 students, 50 of those students will be in the control group where there are no restrictions on the amount of social media you use. You'll simply take the inventories as scheduled. However, if you're in the testing group and the other 50 people, then you'll be monitored and have your social media regulated and take. So there's a certain inventory that they'll take for their anxiety, and they'll answer questions on a scale of 0 to 3, and then after they answer those questions, I'll evaluate their anxiety and give them like a ranking. So the significance of this study is that 31% of all teens have diagnosable anxiety. However, 80% of that 31% aren't being treated for it. And so my goal is to figure out a way to regulate social media usage in hopes that it'll help their anxiety and therefore help their sleeping patterns. Testing will begin in January. However, permission slips will be due at mid-December, and I'll be going around to transitions classes and passing those out. However, if you want more information, simply contact Mrs. Boyer in E300 or my email, gracenielsen.stu@joplinschools.org.
I'm Abigail Nielsen reporting for JHD.
Thanks, Abby.
Need winter clothes such as shoes, socks, or a coat? Talk to any of your classroom teachers to visit the Eagle Reserve. All items available are free of charge to all JHS students.
The Fun to Fun Club will be holding fundraisers during the month of December. The funds from both of these will be donated to the Eagle Pantry. Come on down and be prepared to buy a candy cane for someone near to your heart.
Sophia Good brings us a closer look at our very own archery team.
Joplin High School's archery team is starting once again, but things will be different now that our former coach, Adam Bella, stepped down and gave his position to Mr. Butts. To get further information, I went to go interview him to understand more.
When Adam told me that he had the opportunity to apply for a position that was a good move for him, and then when he told me that the application went through and that he had a pretty good shot at it, I was extremely excited. And as much as we definitely miss him here at Joplin High School, I'm excited for his move. I'm excited that he's taking his skill set to the next level, and that's kind of what we always want to do, whether it's in our profession or in archery or wherever, as long as we're challenging ourselves and going where we can be challenged. I think that's good. So all in all, I'm extremely excited for Adam. JHS Archery will definitely miss him, but it's a good move for him. I think each year that Adam and I worked together, there were things that we modified and things that we changed, always trying to refine and keep the program from becoming static or stagnant. And the goal is always to shoot better and to have a better team of students that appreciate and respect one another. And I'll be honest, the competition keeps getting harder, and so we have to keep getting better. As far as specific changes, there's nothing that students are going to notice right off. I think the 2018-2019 archery season for JHS has a lot of promise. We have some students coming back who are veteran shooters that I think will be instrumental in helping our young ones. We had a meeting the other day and we had quite a few young people come to that who'd never shot before. First, let me say that JHS Archery is open to any student at all. So if you've never shot a bow before, or you grew up hunting, or you grew up target shooting, any of those students are welcome to come and participate. Students that want to participate in JHS Archery have to keep a couple things in mind. Number one, academics is always first. So they need to make sure their grades are up. They can't be failing any classes if they want to practice with us or shoot with us. For above and beyond that, any student that wants to come from a logistics standpoint, we will have our first practice on the 27th. That'll be at Memorial Gym. It'll be right when we get back from Thanksgiving break. It'll be at Memorial Gym. We'll start around 3:50, 4 o'clock, and that'll be an informational meeting to let everyone know what's going on. We're going to talk safety, we're going to talk procedures, and take rolls, see who's there. That is a mandatory meeting for anyone that wants to shoot. If a student cannot come to that meeting for whatever reason, that first practice, they have to let me know beforehand, and I need to know by that Monday, which would be the 26th, that they won't be able to be there. On the 27th is when I make my roster, and if you're not on that tryout roster, you're not on that shooting roster, then you can't participate in the 2018-2019 season. Come out on the 27th, and I'll get you sorted out. You'll be shooting before you know it. Returning archers, you have to be at that meeting, but there's nothing else you have to do, really. We have a remind. That remind is where we send out all the information on the Facebook page as well. So I would say for anyone interested, or if you know someone that's interested, we just need to get more bodies out there. We have a huge school and we can be super competitive, but we need shooters and we need people that are dedicated and ready to come to practice and keep your grades up while they do so.
Reporting for JHD, I'm Sophia Good.
Thanks, Sophia.
An evening with jazz will take place on November 15th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. Please come out and enjoy an evening of spectacular music and support your JHS band.
Aurel Cepeda takes a closer look on how to stay healthy.
I talked to nurses at Joplin High School to see how to live a healthy life.
Nowadays it's more important for teenagers to be healthy because we have the technology where all you have to do is type in your order for pizza and you don't have to even get off the couch. You don't, you don't have to go and visit somebody. You can text them. So it's very important to realize what they put in their body it's not going to get burnt off if you're just sitting on the couch. Teenagers need to at least have an hour of exercise a day.
Depending on what kind of exercise you're doing, so if you're doing something like really vigorous, maybe you could do less than that. But if it's something like just walking, something leisurely, then maybe extend the time longer.
And if you're getting, your eyes are hurting from staring at the TV or the video games or whatever, take a break. Teenagers should take a break from inside and go outside as often as possible. I think that you should at least take a 15 to 20 minute break if you're studying and you're getting bored. And it's just good to get out and get a little bit of fresh air and refresh yourself. Kids being healthy has a lot of benefits. Number one, they're going to be a healthier adult. It also helps, a healthy body contributes to a healthy mind. It improves their test scores, it improves their self-esteem, it improves the way they feel from day to day. It just makes such a big difference.
Well, you'll benefit now by, getting a healthier immune system, eating healthy foods. The basic ones are the fruits and vegetables, followed by grains, whole grains, and cereals. And then would be the dairy, and then after that would be like fats and oils. And then once a week would be like sweets. You won't get sick as much, you won't miss as much school, which will be less stress, which can also help make you feel better. And then in the long run, you know, when you get older, you'll have this healthy lifestyle that you'll just continue to have because you started when you were younger, and you can just continue with a healthy life.
Reporting for JHS Weekly, I'm Merle Cepeda.
Thanks, Arel.
This has been JHS Weekly. Have a great week.